Happy New Year, everyone.
That's just water.
I don't have a beverage with me, actually.
He counted us down, so I felt like it was actually New Year's again. He counted down from 10. I was getting all excited. I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
New Year."
But this is Happy New Year, first episode of 2021 of the hashtag Nisto Bros podcast. Welcome back. New Year, same bros.
Yeah. None of that New Year. I can't even say that. See, my mouth doesn't even want me to say it. You know what I was going to say. If you know, you know. New Year, same bros, doing Nisto Bros things.
Yes, episode 40.
Holy crud.
Big number. Absolutely massive number.
The big 4-0. We're getting, what is it? Is that the age, the over the hill age, or is that 50?
I think so. I don't know. 40 is getting up there for sure.
It is. For an athlete, we got to retire. And speaking of athletes, man, I'm getting really good at these segues.
Yes.
Our birthdays consist of two athletes. One who's not yet 40, not going to retire anytime soon, and then the other is retired. He probably wishes he was 40 again. The young guy, still playing. I'm growing a liking to this guy.
I think a lot of people are. I think a lot of people are.
I agree. Fernando Tatis Jr. And I think I'm going out on a limb. I think he's going to be one of the best players in the league in the next couple of years. You know,
it's definitely trending that way for sure.
For sure. You know, I feel like he's kind of gone like under the radar until like kind of like last year. I know he's still like super young, but like I think he's going to be up there with like Trout.
Yeah.
Game. Like he's going to be
for
up
sure.
There. I think this year's a good chance for him to surpass like some of the other guys that are there, like Bryce. I think he could surpass him, and like I think he's going to be up there. He's going to be up there.
Yeah, I think him and like Acuna are really like the next two like big. They're going to be like the faces of the league for many years to come because they're both super young and super good already. Tatis is turning 22 today, which is insane.
Did you see his middle name? Because I
did not. No. I saw it on Twitter earlier.
I thought I saw it was 22. So I'm thinking that Fernando Roman Tatis Jr.
Okay. I'm gonna go Fernando Miguel Tatis.
You know, I saw Roman Reigns on my WrestleMania cup. I thought he was looking at me and being like, hey. Maybe it's Joseph.
We were both incorrect. It is Fernando Gabriel Tatis Medina's birthday today.
Wouldn't have gotten all that, but
Gabriel.
Happy birthday. Looking forward to you hitting some baseballs really hard again.
Yes, and then our over-the-hill baseball player that we are acknowledging.
Last thing on Fernando Tatis. If it's 3-0 and you want to swing, freaking swing and don't apologize.
Yeah.
That was BS. He had a grand slam and he had to apologize. That's ridiculous. Don't get me started anyway. But then somebody else, I'm sorry. I got myself started. Somebody else did that. I think somebody on the Mets even did the same exact thing and didn't have to apologize. It was 3-0, hit a grand slam or swung and hit a home.
Speaking of the Mets, happy birthday to former Mets pitcher, David Cone. Over the hill, as we said. He's definitely, there's the tag. I don't know what just happened. There was sounded like a big crash downstairs, but we'll keep it going. David Cone. Did I even say his name? Happy birthday.
David Anthony Cone. I think he's 58.
58. I have no idea how old he is, but he's definitely over 40 because he's been retired for a long time. Mets and Yankees pitcher.
Did you confirm he was 58 today?
Not sure. I haven't looked yet. Your official guess was David Anthony Cone?
Yes, sir.
I feel like we're going like a million miles a minute. I'm not sure if it's just me, but we are. I feel like we're going fast. I'm
excited about my movie.
Yes, he is. I don't even think we said that. Oh, you said it. You saw it in the title, though, guys. Making movies number 2. We're going to be making some movies later in the episode.
We said it last week, which was last year.
Woo!
We said that, but Yeah, we're making movies.
And my official guess.
There's a new addition, a new rule added to this making movies that we will discuss when we get there.
David.
Go ahead with your guess.
Sheldon Cohn. Oh, I was wrong. Really? Can you believe that I was wrong?
I'm shocked.
It is David Bryan.
Brian or Ryan?
Bryan with a B. B as in
R-Y? Definitely not.
I
knew it. The right way.
Yeah.
No offense to anybody that spells it with a Y,
but
you're wrong.
Work on it, buddy.
Yeah, work on it. Speaking of no. I'm going to say speaking of buddy, but I mean, maybe a little, but they're maybe not buddies. It's a song. A song dropped 1983. In 1983, Billie Jean from Michael Jackson. You know, the Billie Jean is not my lover. Oh! Goodness.
Perfect.
No guts coming out from me after that. Oh,
there's
one. This is the first of 2021. I got to put the hat forwards.
Yeah,
you can't see my eyeballs, but the tag is giving me fits. I got my poker face on now. Can't see my eyeballs.
There they are. Billie Jean released, what is that, 27 years ago? No, 37. How many years ago is that? It's 2021 now. I can't even do it.
Carry the 6.
38?
Hey, Siri.
No. It's 38. That's ridiculous. 1983 was 38 years ago.
That's a long time.
Whew. Can't even believe that. Michael Jackson, though.
Rip.
This is obviously one of his most iconic songs, so definitely a good time to honor it. Day after New Year's it came out. That's pretty interesting, huh?
Pretty nice. He could have debuted it on New Year's, like on the Dick Clark show or something. He could have been up there doing his whole,
yeah,
that whole thing.
Yeah,
that. Oh, that whole thing.
Was that too loud?
No. It was a little scary how accurate it was, actually.
Oh, you think we got two Michael Jacksons on?
He came back. I kind of thought he came back for a second.
Well, I don't know. Your rendition of Billie Jean was pretty spot on, so I don't know.
I practice in the shower every once in a while. Ridiculous.
Unfortunately, I actually just got back like less than 2 hours ago from a vacation. So if you didn't see on the story, that is why there was no Nisto drinks this week. However, before we dive in to Nisto Eats, I didn't even tell Mike that this was going to be happening.
Oh, shoot.
Nisto drinks mug reveal live on the pod. There it is. Finally got the Nisto drinks mug. Peace, love, sip. Expect to be seeing a lot of this upcoming on Nisto drinks. Big things in 2021, guys.
Let's go. You know what? It's funny you actually showed that because I actually just completed my order today of all my merch. Should be here by the end of the month, and I cannot wait.
Very excited.
And if you too want to order some of the Nisto Bros merch, go to the link in our bio on the Instagram. You dig? Do it.
Check it out.
And you know what? And I'm gonna say, if you're a previous customer, check your DMs.
Definitely.
Check your DMs. And you know what? Screw it. We're on it. I'm gonna say it. You know what? Go there. Go to the link. This might be worthy of this. You go to the link. You dig? You fill up your cart. You dig? And the Nisto Bros are going to give you free shipping. We're giving you free shipping. We're giving you free shipping. The code will be in the description, but I'm going to say it for you. It's Nisto Ships. That's Nisto Ships. Free shipping. Everybody loves free shipping. So do it.
There it is.
I'm jacked up. I'm fired up. I'm jacked up. All the above.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Fired up. I'm very excited. I finally got my Nisto drinks mug.
It's a nice size too, right?
Oh, beautiful size.
Perfect. It's like a perfect size.
Yes, perfect.
I can't wait to get mine.
Yeah,
honestly.
So, now that you're all amped up, you want to tell us a little bit about that melt shop?
Yeah, melt shop in the Smith Haven Mall. I had to go return something. I did not want to be in the mall. I'll tell you. New Year's Day, I did not want to be in the mall. It was the last place I wanted to be.
Right.
But I had to return something. I got my mom a Christmas present. It was ironically, it was also a coffee mug, and it chipped.
Ah.
I didn't tell them the full story because I didn't know if they would have honored this, but my freaking dog did it.
Oh,
you know, good old Chester, big waggy boy. His tail, bink, hit it, chip, gone. So I went up to him and said, quick even exchange, bing, bada, boom, out. So then I see Melt Shop. I say, you know what? I'm here. I've never tried this. It said milkshakes on there. And I said, okay, you piqued my curiosity. So I went there. If you guys saw on the story, and if you watched the episode, clowns everywhere.
Yeah, okay? I heard.
The guy in front of me, absolute clown. So, normally when you go in to order, you'd want to stand in front of the register. And then like off to the side, especially in these mall establishments, you're standing off to the side for your pickups. Okay. So there was, 3 registers, obviously only using one. There was 3 registers and then a big space for like the pickup area. Okay. So I'm standing lined up with the register because I'm a normal human being. Well, use the term normal loosely.
Right.
And I'm waiting to be served. And then I see this jabroni over there with 2 of his friends, and I say, "Are you in line?" Because I sensed that he was a bit of an oddball, and he liked to break the rules. He didn't want to stand on line for whatever reason.
A clown.
Yeah, absolute clown. So I said, "Did you order?" And he says, "No." So I think to myself, why the hell aren't you online then, pal? So anyway, I don't make a stink. I wait. I let him go. I do my thing. I order. And again, in the episode from the milkshake that I ordered, which was very good. I don't think I gave it a rating, but it was very, very good. The woman that rang me up, she was like, "I'm going to give you 2 straws," because it was the paper straw. She's like, "These straws suck, these paper straws. So I'll give you 2." And I said, "Hey, thanks." Celebrity.
Appreciate it.
The least you could do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I said it in the review, it was a little pricey. It was almost like $15 for that little shake and the sandwich. But anyway, I digress. And no sides. I said, does this come with like a side of fries or anything? She said no. And I looked where it said like sides, and it was like another $4 or $5 for like who knows what size of the fries. But I'm going off on a tangent. So I got the buffalo chicken melt. Real quick, while I'm talking, I'm going to try and look up the actual menu because I thought there was bacon in it, but I wasn't 100% sure.
I will say I have gone to that melt shop before, but it was actually the day before New Year's Eve last year.
Oh, that's ironic.
Yeah, but anyway, that's the date is irrelevant to the story. Is I remember actually splitting. I remember splitting a melt with someone. Actually, it wasn't like we each had one half of the sandwich.
Right.
So I didn't remember that it was that pricey.
Right.
But that's obviously because I split it. But I could definitely see that, and that is kind of a lot for. I mean, the sandwich didn't look tremendously big either. It
was like the size of a grilled cheese. It was like a normal grilled cheese. Just happened to have
I know, but you waltz over to Subway and you're getting for $5 foot long. I mean, I don't know if they were still doing that.
Okay, so I don't think it was ever $5. Let's be real.
Right, I know.
So I was mistaken. There was no
bacon
on there. I didn't think so as I was eating it because honestly, if there was supposed to be bacon, it would have gotten a lower score. Crispy chicken, pepper jack cheese, and buffalo sauce on country white is the description. So, and I remember not being sure of the cheese as well. I wasn't sure if it was, I knew it was Jack something, Pepper Jack or Colby Jack was one of those, but it was good. One thing that I discovered after recording, I remember being a little perplexed with like my first couple bites, because I wasn't sure if like the buffalo sauce was like kind of all spread out. It wasn't really on like the end. It was kind of in the middle. I think it was the second half. It was like all splooged out on the back.
Oh.
So they're lucky I didn't notice that beforehand. It splooged. It was still good. I would still get it again if I was made of money.
Right.
Mall food, I guess. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you're there, if you're balling on a budget, maybe you go there.
Well,
maybe if you're not balling on a budget, maybe if you're just like, you feel like using that stimulus, you just be like, hey, you get a melt shop.
The stimmy. All right.
Anyway,
it's time.
Here we go.
For Making Movies #2. We had a blast with the first one, I think. I remember mine was Adam Driver and Shia LaBeouf. A little crime, drama, action, stuff.
Yeah, and I had kind of like spooky, scary, because I think it was around Halloween or it was just after.
Yeah.
And I just remember going off on a freaking tangent.
Rey Mysterio.
I knew Rey
Triple
Mysterio.
H.
I knew Triple H was like at the end. I was like, you know what? I used my 3 and I just
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci came in. That's right. I think if I remember correctly, the like Rey Mysterio was like the biggest part, but then like the other like the couple, it had like a couple in
Jack and Jill.
Scary Hills. Yeah, Jack and Jill. They were kind of like irrelevant actors, like local talent. So I alluded before that there was a new rule, and it is because of one of us. We won't say who, but one of us got on a tangent. I'm not going to say who, so we don't embarrass him, but to refrain from any more tangents on your movies, we're doing a limit. I'm going to stop pointing at the perpetrator of the time. So we're doing a 15-minute limit. When the timer goes off, you have, well, what did we agree on?
Well, we can 90 seconds, you want to say?
90 seconds to 2 minutes. To wrap it up wherever you're at. If you have more tough schnikes, there's going to be a part 2 then for your movie. Okay. So
or you could just maybe do like a little, if you are close to wrapping up, you can just maybe do a little summary type thing. So we'll see how the 15-minute limit works out. But as tradition now, we are going to do a rock, paper, scissors, and if you win, you can either defer to the other person goes first, or you can take the reins. You ready?
I'm ready. I kind of hope I win. I kind of want to go first because I thought of some good ideas before we recorded, and I don't want to forget them.
Okay. You know what?
Shoot.
Let's just say I was gonna defer to you if I won. You're gonna pick, because here's what I'll say is, as I said earlier in the pod, I was coming home from vacation today, so I had some time to think. I have the basis of my movie kind of set in stone. I know where it is. That's
about all I got.
So Mike said he doesn't want to forget. I think I have a pretty good basis. Perfect. So I'm gonna let him go.
So you know what? I think with the rock, paper, scissors, I think that people should be added an extra minute or 2. I'm kidding. But however, before my timer starts, they go over the rules. It's we're making up this movie. We're pretty much giving you the Spark Notes version of the movie, from front to end, from start to finish, and up to 3 actors, actresses, or just like celebrities, because I kind of went that route last time. And I also broke the rule of how many people to use.
That's all. It's flexible.
I broke a lot of rules.
3 is the advised limit, I guess. But that's flexible.
I guess you can have like a little cameo of somebody coming in.
Right.
Anyway, which I'm sure there'll be a lot of. But I think the opposing person should have the timer. So you have my timer, because I'm going to be nervous if I'm. Oh my goodness! If I'm doing my thing and I'm looking at my timer, I'm going to be nervous. So
when do you want a call out? You want like a little 2 minutes?
I think like a 2-minute warning would be great, and then the buzzer, and then because if I get a 2-minute warning, I can maybe try and cut some. I can tie some things together to get close to my ending to wrap it up. But if I just hear buzzer, I'm like, oh shoot, I have no idea what I'm going to do for this ending.
I don't know. That could be fun though. But I'll give you a 2-minute warning.
You want a 2 minute? Let's do a 2-minute warning.
Okay.
I'm nervous. But and also we say what genre we're gonna do beforehand. So before my timer starts, I'm going a little different. I mean, it's only the second time, so of course it's gonna be different. I'm going rom-com.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going rom-com. All right. I'm doing a little romance comedy, and I'm fired up. Okay. I think. All right, go ahead. I guess we can start my timer.
I'm pressing the timer.
I'm excited because I think the lead actor that I have ready for this role can do rom-com very, very well. I don't think I've ever seen him do it.
Okay.
Matter of fact, no. But I'm confident. I'm confident in him that he would do it well. And when I announce his name, I'll like to see if you would agree.
All right. 3,
so nervous.
2,
all right.
1. Timer has begun.
Okay, so rom-com. I don't have the title of this movie yet. Maybe we'll think of it at the end as I go.
All right.
So the setting here is going to be New Year's Eve, or building up to New Year's Eve.
Okay.
In New York City.
New York City.
And the male is so obviously rom-com. It's got to be a relationship. Okay. The male in this relationship is John Cena.
Oh my god!
Can you see him doing rom-com?
I can 100% see him. Yes.
Oh, phenomenal. All right.
Funny guy.
So Big Match John is in the middle of a long distance relationship with his significant other, Jennifer Aniston.
Nice.
That's the one I saw in the commercial before. Okay.
That's a power couple.
Oh, absolutely. All right. So rom-com. I feel like a lot of rom-coms also have like a little bit of a sad part too.
Mm-hmm.
So I have that, and I'm gonna get to it. So John Cena is living in New York. Jennifer Aniston is living in California. Okay. They both met online. They've never met in person. So they're thinking catfish, like John Cena's thinking this girl's beautiful. There's no way she's like her pictures. I've watched Neve on Catfish. I know how this goes. Jennifer Aniston over in Cali is thinking, this can't be like John Cena. Well, it's not. His name is not John Cena in the movie. But anyway, this guy's a hunk. It can't be him. I've seen Neve. I've seen Neve in Catfish. This can't be right. So, they're doing their thing. They're messaging. They're doing their long distance stuff. All of a sudden, Jennifer Aniston wakes up one morning and she is not feeling well. Very bad. Projectile pukes and just bad. She's rushed to the hospital because her neighbor in her apartment hears her retching and all this stuff. Okay.
Ooh.
Who the neighbor is doesn't matter.
Okay.
So she's rushed to the hospital. John Cena is in New York. He's like, I'm gonna be vulnerable. He's like me, because she stopped answering because she's yakking and now in the hospital. So she couldn't send him a text and be like, "Hey, I almost cussed. I'm yakking. BRB, you know." So he wakes up, no text, no good morning text. He does the right thing. He sends a good morning text. Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna go get some groceries and do John Cena things.
Right.
So he goes about his day. It's lunchtime. He's, walking around New York City with a mask on.
Appropriate.
No mask. Forget this. This is COVID. This doesn't exist in my movie. I take that back. So he's doing his John Cena thing, and it's lunchtime. He's like, you know what? I kind of want some. I want something to eat for lunch here. It's a nice. I was almost gonna say it's a nice summer day. That's a plot hole. Actually, that's okay, because I said we're getting to New Year's, so it's summer. It's summer, yeah. So he's in his jean shorts and a tank. I'm John Cena.
Oh, gee, he's not even fitting through doors. Yeah.
No, he's got to do it sideways. So he's in New York. So he's in a park. He wants to sit on a nice park bench. He sees the dirty water hot dog trucks. He says, I'm in New York. I'm gonna get one. So he gets like one of the big foot longs because he's a big boy. So he sits on the bench just to I feel like John Cena would do that. Just like sit there with his thoughts. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he's sitting there eating his hot dog and he's checking his phone. It's been like 6 hours and no answer. And he starts freaking out because they haven't met.
Right.
They've talked on the celly, but no FaceTime. Because John Cena has a droid. Seems like he seems like a droid guy in this movie. Yeah. He seems like a droid guy. Okay. So he's freaking out. He's like, man, I'm such a Pisces. I'm getting so emotional. He starts talking to somebody on the bench next to him. And he's like, hey, penny for your thoughts here. What's going I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, I'm in this long distance relationship. I'm not very good at it. And it's a woman. And she's like, oh, she'll come to you. Maybe she's busy. And he's like, yeah, but it's been 5 years that we've been in this long distance relationship. And I've never even met her. And she's like, ooh. And she starts to feed into his thoughts of maybe it's a catfish. Okay.
That's a long time for a catfish.
Yeah. But, you've watched the show. Sometimes they're long. Sometimes even longer. Yeah. The only reason why I picked 5, and I had looked around, you saw me, I was looking for a number, and 5 was the first number I saw. We have a David Wright picture thing here from my mom. So I saw 5. So David Wright. So anyway, so she starts feeding into him, and naturally, John Cena's he's rocking his jorts and a tank. He just stuffed the hot dog down his throat, he's looking pretty good. He's John Cena.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there, the sun is beating off his muscles and everything, and the chick on the bench is she's in Cali and I'm here,
right.
So she starts feeding into him maybe he's a catfish. Maybe she's got another life over there and a relationship. All those catfish things go, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, why don't you just spend the day with me? Keep your mind off it. And Big Match John, being a big idiot, he sees her and he's like, you know what? Yeah,
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea. She's like, let's go to the museum. I forgot to mention who this was. It's Nikki Bella.
Oh no!
So if you know.
Come on.
John and Nikki had a thing, IRL in real life. So this is a little weird. Okay, so so John and Nikki are gonna start spending the day together. They're gonna go to the museum and do museum things, walk around the city. So you just see them. So it's gonna be so now we're at a park. where it's going to be like picture in picture. Okay. So you see Big Match John and Nikki doing all these cutesy things in New York City, doing all these things. And then you see Jennifer Aniston by herself in a hospital bed, yakking and all this stuff. And then a doctor comes in. And then the Big Match John screen closes. And then it's Jennifer Aniston and the doctor. And the doctor says Jennifer, or whatever her name is in the movie, says, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Oh,
it's
no.
It's, you know what? Sure. It's a cameo from Wade Barrett. I didn't think of that until I did it. But you know what? It's Dr. Barrett. It's okay. Dr. Wade Barrett, Stu Bennett. He comes in, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. And then people who are wrestling fans see that. They're like, oh, I get it because wrestling. But this is a movie. And he...
What's the bad news, Doc?
So she's like, oh, no. Got some bad news. You've got some internal bleeding. And we got, I can't do his voice and
it's
think
right.
at the same time. So he's like, yeah, you got some badness in ya. We got to remove it. I'm mixing his accents up here. Anyway, so she says, well, okay, remove it. Then what? He said, it might not be 100%. I went Drew McIntyre there.
Yeah, it's definitely still Scottish.
Yeah, it's a bit Scottish. I'll work on it. I'm on a time constraint here. So he says it might not be 100% effective. She says, well, what can we do to make it 100% effective? He says, nothing. Well, he doesn't say nothing. He says the word nothing. I'm afraid, well, some bad news, that you only have a few months to live. So I'm going to say a few months because I don't know where I'm at in this story. We're somewhere in the summer. Have to get to New Year's.
Okay.
The New Year's part is important.
Okay.
Can I please get a time check?
4 minutes, 20 seconds.
Shit. Wait, that's how much time I've been doing this or how much time I have left?
You have left.
Okay. I shouldn't have asked. Okay, so she's like, oh my God. The first thing she thinks of is I have to tell John Cena. But John Cena is over in New York, Nikki Bella, bleh. Okay? So whatever. Wade Barrett leaves. Dr. Barrett leaves. That's probably the last time we see him. Maybe. I don't know yet. I only have 2 minutes left. So she goes through some treatment, some tests and stuff. They remove some stuff. And then like after Wade Barrett, okay, fine. He comes back in and he's like, yeah, so we took out that bad, but you're still kind of screwed here, mate. Like,
okay.
You know, you gonna die. Okay. So he starts saying like, maybe you should start thinking of some plans, you know, things you want to do before you know? So she's like emotional.
I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but like the stuff they did, now she's like good to go pretty much. Like she's going to die, but she can like do stuff now. She's out of the hospital.
Yeah, so she's out of the hospital. So they get the bad stuff. She's not going to feel 100%, obviously, because she's about to die. But she's allowed to go and be out of the hospital. So she's not yakking. She can live her life the best of her abilities in this time. So like the surgery stuff was like all same day. She gets out of the hospital. So let's just say same day for the point of my time. So John Cena is still doing museum stuff with Nikki Bella over in New York. It's like nighttime now. Like let's call it like late night time, like for New York time. And he looks at his phone because they went out to dinner and Nikki was in the bathroom. So like naturally that's the time, guys, you check your phone. So still no text from Jennifer Aniston. Nikki comes back. Bzz, bzz, John's phone goes off. Oh, what? It's her. And it's a phone call. He says, please excuse me. I have to answer this. So he steps out.
2-minute warning.
She fills him in and is like, John, this, I have XYZ. John is like speechless because he's on a freaking date right now with Nikki Bella, and he thought that this chick just like ghosted him, right?
Right.
First of all, it's a little extreme for John Cena to be just thinking that after, a few hours and stuff like that, and now you're on another date. Kind of scummy. Anyway, I don't like this 15 minutes. I want to drink a water, but I don't have time. Okay, so he's like, oh my God, well, I'm here for you. What can I do to help? So he's like, she says, I have a bucket list of things I want to do before I croak. Okay. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it together. And she's like, John, we've never met. It's been 5 years. He says, I don't care. I'm leaving here now to come to California. And he's like, ah. So Nikki Bella is having her wine and her shrimp cocktail at this restaurant. John Cena comes back and chugs his wine, whatever he was having, takes like 3 jumbo shrimp, pops them, says, hey, sorry, I gotta run. Pays the bill. We'll say he's a cool guy. Pays the bill, leaves. Nikki's frantic, like, WTF? What just happened, guy? Oh, fudge, I'm only got like a minute left. So John flies to California. They meet. I don't know how. He meets her at her place because now she's in bed rest. Say, he gets there sometime. They meet. Oh my God, you are you. You are you. Hug, kiss, big romantic movie stuff.
Right. All right.
Fudge!
There it is.
I don't know where the comedy comes in because I'm out of time, but I have to wrap this up. Okay. So they
2 minutes start.
moments.
All right.
Go ahead.
2 minutes.
Okay. So they do their thing. Oh my God, love at first sight because they knew pictures. That. So they start doing their list of things they want. Right now, we fast forward. It's December of that year. The last thing on the list is that, excuse me, she wants to be in New York City when the ball drops. I shouldn't have paused. I don't have time for pauses. He says, fine, it's going to be crowded, and with your condition, it's not the best thing. But for you, let's do it. So they fly to New York. They spend like a week there because it's still December. They do time. They do things in New York City, maybe things she wanted to do. Now it's New Year's Eve. They see the tree, even maybe they ice skate.
Yep.
And while they're ice skating, Nikki Bella sees them, gets pissed. So she gets her hockey stick, and I'm going off on a tangent. I don't have time for this. She just sees them, and she doesn't grab a hockey stick. She's mad. She's mad. So then it's New Year's Eve still, and they are at the tree. They're in the crowd. Not the tree, excuse me. They see the ball. Ready?
Ball drop.
Okay? The ball drop, right? So, it's Jennifer and John, and Nikki is watching them from a distance. Let's say she's elevated somehow. She's in like a second story or something. Well, they're on street level. I'm probably out of time.
10 seconds.
Oh my F. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. The ball drops. She sees it. Jennifer Aniston sees it. She starts crying. Fireworks go off. And she goes limp. And John catches her. Stella! That's not her name.
The end.
She dies.
Wow.
She dies as the ball dropped. Right after it dropped. She got to see the ball drop.
That's more.
So the ball dropping is like
right.
time.
Exactly.
So I know I said rom-com. I didn't get much com because
that's a sad com.
This is more of a sad com. Sure. If I had some more time, maybe there could have been some com. I feel like there's going to be like subtle com.
In the bucket list parts, right? In the bucket list, you know, they're having a good time.
Yeah, maybe when John and Nikki are having their time, like when they're doing things, like John could do some com stuff.
Yeah, he has a foot-long hot dog. That's going to be funny.
Yeah, and I don't know what the ending would be. I feel like there would be something more with Nikki seeing that. Maybe, I don't know.
Or maybe you know, her heart goes out. She like face turn, you know, and she's like, oh, you know, that's really sad.
She jumps out the window
and kills herself.
She jumps out the window to
save her.
No, she jumps out of the window and on something very soft to save me some time, and because she sees it happen, and she just goes to John and like caresses his shoulder, turns around, sees it's Nikki, and hits her with an AA. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just totally kidding. But then it's just like he starts to cry.
Right.
And then she's there for him. And then like.
That's the end.
That's the end. We'll call it the end there because I'm out of time.
I really liked it, to be honest.
I'm sweating.
I feel, yeah. The 15 minutes was a little rough on you, but
15 minutes is tough.
But I mean, this goes back to we were talking about this before we went on. That is a movie I want to see, and like I know that there was a movie. I think it was Clint Eastwood maybe, and I don't know. I'm gonna look it up actually right now. It was called The Bucket List, and it was like these two old guys who have terminal illnesses. No, it's Jack Nicholson.
No, Jack Nicholson and
Morgan Freeman.
I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Honestly, I've never seen it. I know my mom has.
I haven't either.
She liked it. Excuse me. So I do apologize if any of my story is similar to that. I knew the bucket list thing was kind of like that. I also thought a little, as I was going, a little Fault in My Stars action. Great movie. Rom-com and sad. I don't know if it's meant to be calm in there.
No, there's definitely some calm elements.
There's definitely some calm in there. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is going to be some like rom-com, like, you know, it's in there.
But also sad.
Like, you're crying at the end. Yeah. But there's also parts that are going to make you laugh. And then parts that are going, oh. And then the parts that are going to make you mad. Like when John Cena is on the date with Nikki Bella.
Doing all that museum stuff.
Mm-hmm. Those damn museums.
Okay. I think it is time to dive into my movie now.
I'm excited.
I'm pretty excited too, to be honest with you. So, do you have a timer ready for me?
All I have to do is hit start.
Okay, great. So, the genre.
I got the genre. Yeah, I was going to say, I got the genre out before the timer started. So.
The genre of my movie is courtroom drama.
Ooh, 12 Angry Men. I like it.
Courtroom drama.
I'm excited for this.
Okay. Are we ready?
I'm as ready as you are.
All right. So, go.
Go.
The setting, I'm going Chicago. Chicago, you know, Chicago is known for a little bit of gang violence, one might say. And so that's going to be the setting. It's going to be, I don't know, maybe it doesn't really matter the time of year, whatever time. It's not really important at this moment. It could come up to be important later. We don't know. So the movie opens. It's going to be like a gang violence scene. Like maybe it's like a 10-15 minute scene. You know, it shows like the inner workings of one of the gangs, and that eventually that it ends up in a murder, that there's someone who's killed as a result of all of this. and someone who is seen there, but it's not really part of the gang, but is like somewhere near like where the death happens.
An
like
eyewitness?
Someone who was who was there was Denzel Washington.
Okay.
Denzel Washington. And so after the guy is killed, the guy is like an irrelevant actor, but his yeah, no, it's just a local talent, whatever.
Right. You don't want to waste one of your 3 on a dead guy in the first 10 minutes.
Right, but his brother comes to his side like once he like finds out he's killed. There's a very like pretty emotional scene. Chris Rock comes. It's Chris Rock is the guy's brother, and he's like, oh, God.
like the beginning of Gridiron Gang.
I didn't see that, but
you've never seen Gridiron Gang?
No.
With Dwayne?
Bits and pieces only.
Oh, Maron. All right, you gotta go see that. Well, you gotta watch that like as soon as we're done.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll award you another 10 seconds.
Chris Rock, and he's very upset, and he notices like Denzel is like near the thing, and he knows Denzel. Like they are acquaintances. They're not really like buddies, but they're acquaintances.
Math class.
Yeah, something like that. And so he reaches out to Denzel, afterwards, because Denzel is a lawyer. Denzel didn't really see like the murder go down necessarily, but he was around the scene after and like at the same time. So Chris Rock is asking for Denzel's help on like, what can we do about this case, all this other stuff. And Denzel doesn't want to get involved. He's like, oh, okay. That's okay.
A little suspicious.
Yeah. And so he's like, yeah, but I know my friend at this other law firm is really great. He's really great. Hold on one sec. I have to organize my thoughts for a sec. Yeah. I don't know. The whole Chris Rock Denzel thing is a little weird with how I wanted to end it, but we'll keep going. He says, okay, here's my friend at this other law firm. Because Jamie Foxx.
Oh.
We got all black guys.
Yeah.
Chicago, whatever.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx is representing Chris Rock's family. So
he's the one that Denzel referred Chris Rock to.
Yeah. Denzel and Jamie Foxx are buds. Like not just acquaintances. They're friends. So we maybe see them at a diner, coffee, talking about the case. Like, man, what do you think? What do you think happened? What is this all about? Who do you think did it? And so I don't really know much about how like the trial in this situation would actually work. So I'm trying to work it out. So like there's no clear like
evidence.
There's no clear evidence on who the murderer was. So they can't like accuse just one person. Okay. So like Jamie Foxx is like and Denzel are kind of working together on how to scour up like the evidence on what happened, right? They're looking around, they're doing all their investigative work. Chris Rock's checking in. Maybe there's another nice scene of them at Chris Rock's house. I'm thinking about this in like the scenes. I feel like there could be some tremendous acting going on here, really emotional, like, we got to find out what happened, or however Chris Rock talks, that's not it at all. But
I think that's a bit off.
Very off. But okay. What ends up happening though is they end up finding whoever what is the word that I'm trying to think of? It's like the opposite of victim. Suspect. That's a good word.
Suspect.
Okay. They find the prime suspect of this gang or whatever. Okay. And they fork up a very large amount of money that Denzel can't turn down.
What about Denzel?
Jamie Foxx is representing Chris Rock's family, the victim of who died. But now in the courtroom, Denzel is representing the suspect.
T.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I thought it was like a bribe to be like, hey, hush, hush.
No.
Here's money. Oh, I see. It's like, hey, here's money. Represent me.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Because they know Denzel is top tier, and they don't want him working with Jamie Foxx anymore.
The heel turn, the heist of the century.
And Denzel can't turn it down. And so Jamie Foxx there's again another heated scene, between them that's like, how could, like, bro, what are you doing type thing? Like you're going to represent them. And so then that turns, them as adversaries kind of into the courtroom. And then there's again, tremendous acting in the courtroom itself. All of the, evidence comes to the head of all of, what were you about to say something?
I was going to ask, who's the murderer? I know you've used 3. You can use another one. Are we also going to get to it?
We're going to get to it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to get to it. I got it. All right.
I'm excited. I'm sorry. I got to mute myself or something.
The prime suspect is also, whoever. It's Dogface 420. That's who it is. I don't know.
Did not spit take. I almost did. I gotta start timing my sips better.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm picturing him as a Latino guy though. Anyway, there's what happened?
Nothing. Keep going.
So there's evidence that comes up that Denzel is bringing up that's like, that is clearly showing that it's not the guy.
It's not
his guy. And Jamie Foxx is presenting some evidence that maybe it was, but there's a bullet, right? There's a bullet that they can't tell what, there's no gun in this guy's possession that has that gives him away.
He doesn't own a gun.
He doesn't own that gun that would that had that type of bullet type thing. And so it's Jamie Foxx, it goes on for a long time. Right. Chris Rock is in the courtroom also because it's his brother. He's the defense. He's making witty remarks maybe sometimes or something. I don't know, something's happening, or sad remark. I don't know. He's making remarks.
All right. Fair.
Here and there. And then there's maybe an afterwards scene after one of the days in court that's like Chris Rock, and I keep wanting to say Chris Brown. I don't know why. Chris Rock and Jamie Foxx are trying.
Change it to Chris Brown.
I don't think so. Yeah, no, it wouldn't work.
I feel like Chris Brown should be the judge.
I did not put thought into who the judge was, but
it's Chris Brown.
Okay, it's Chris Brown. Chris Brown is the judge. But yeah, what I was saying was like, oh yeah, there's like a scene where Jamie Foxx was like tells Chris Rock like or Chris Rock tells Jamie Foxx rather, Denzel was there the night of the crime. Did you know that? And Jamie Foxx was like, no, I didn't. And Chris Rock was like, okay, well, I know you guys like aren't really on best of terms right now, but like maybe you could like, we try to talk to him about that type, like, it's weird that he never brought that up to you, like in while we were all trying to investigate it together, so, Denzel's like, nah, man, like they're on opposite sides, he's not going to like try to let up any information or anything like that. Even though like, he's like, I wasn't a part of it at all or anything like that. He doesn't want to give up any information for his side. So how am I doing on time?
You're at 3 minutes.
Okay. 3 minutes. Okay. I can wrap this up. I'm good.
I'm going to give you more time though, because I have interrupted a few times.
Yeah, no, you're good. So Jamie Foxx does some investigative work, maybe there's some montage or scene of him, like really looking into all these different things. And, like light bulb comes up and he's like, I'm going to put Denzel on the witness stand and cross-examine and see what we can get out of him, which I don't even know if that's a thing you can do in court, like put the other lawyer as a witness, but sure, we're going for it. And also like the witness to the case could be a lawyer, but for the case, but whatever. Then that's pretty much like the climax scene, right? That's going to be the climax scene. Jamie Foxx cross-examining, just really hammering home, asking him all these like deep questions. Denzel cracks. He cracks under the pressure. Jamie Foxx, Denzel did the murder.
Oh, shoot.
Plot twist. No one sees it coming in the court. What?
So he confesses.
Yeah, he confesses, I guess. Or Jamie gets it out of him, rather, proves it that Denzel was the one who killed Chris Rock's brother. Crazy. And then, arrests him, whatever, dead or something. I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't get that.
They give him the chair?
No lethal injection, just I guess some years or something. Like Chris Brown says, guilty. Chris Brown.
Judge Brown. You still got 35 seconds if you want.
35 seconds. I don't know. I think that's pretty much it.
Can I take your 30 seconds and my 2 minute and your 2 minute wrap up?
For yours or for mine?
For mine.
Okay, yeah, go.
No, I'm kidding, because I don't even know where I would go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stop the timer then.
Yeah.
I'd see it.
Oh,
absolutely.
I think
there's some kinks that need to be worked out. Maybe
yeah,
but
for
you
sure.
wanted to respect the 15 minutes and not go on a tangent.
Right. The other thing is just like, I feel like a lot of the appeal of my movie in my head also is just like the actual like, heated courtroom arguments and like stuff outside the courtroom that comes to light. But I couldn't really think of like exactly what it was besides like the bullets and things like that. Like, oh, some fingerprints. Oh, the jacket came up or like something like that.
Right. It's like a game of Clue.
Yeah. I think that would be
murder mystery.
Yeah. And
I like it.
I thought of Jamie Foxx immediately because I just watched Soul, the new Pixar movie.
Yeah.
And he stars in that. So that's Excuse me. That was like the first thing I thought, like Jamie Foxx, and then I thought of My Cousin Vinny, and then I thought of The Courtroom, and then I spun it all into one.
Judge Malloy.
And then Chris Brown. Yeah.
And we talked about Joe Pesci before too, so of course My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
Fresh on the mind.
So there it is, Making Movies number 2.
It was tough. 15 minutes is hard to make a movie.
For sure. No, it is.
What
especially when you know that you have the.
I think for me, knowing that this timer thing is my weakness, I might prep next time. I might come up with a little screenplay. Yeah, some bullet points beforehand, so I can not only stay on track but within the time.
Yeah.
This timer thing is really killer for me.
we could talk about it off air on if we want to change it up, but I think we got a good thing going here. Let us know if you're
15 is good.
Let us know what you think out there if you're listening right now.
Hello. It's me. I'm not going to do that.
I'm going to share our first post of the week of 2021.
Yes.
Here it goes.
I think it's the first one ever from Instagram.
I don't know, first one ever. First one in a while for sure.
Definitely first one in a while. Twitter has been taking over the post of the week.
So here we go. Here we are.
Oh, it's too funny. So this
I don't even know. Yeah.
This is from Instagram. It's kayfabe soup.
You see my little joke thing there. Sorry.
Silly Star Wars jokes. No, that's okay. So it's one of these things where it says Earth, star, goes around the sun, other star, and then it says humans, and there is a silly song that's attached to it. I'm not sure how the sound of it. I personally first saw it without the sound, and then I watched it with the sound, and I was like, honestly, it doesn't even need the sound. So you have
it doesn't need the sound at all.
You got Ric Flair, late great Dusty Rhodes, Sergeant Slaughter, and it looks like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yep, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, all at least 65 years old, I'd say.
Oh, way. This is at Cyber Sunday. I could see the pay-per-view.
Yeah. So that's like 2006 or 2007 probably.
Yeah, I was thinking like it's like 2007. So they're just dancing, and
wait,
so fun.
I just see this comment back when Piper and Rick won the tag belts. Is that Roddy Piper?
Oh,
that might be Roddy Piper.
Oh, and not Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh, so then late Roddy Piper too.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
I forgot he came back.
I kind of forgot that as well. Yeah, I see it now. Sorry.
It is hilarious though,
but it's still pretty funny because it's relatable.
it's very relatable that the Earth is just doing its thing, and then this is what us as humans choose to do. Dusty Rhodes just
Rick is just he's just strutting his stuff, and God bless him. And Sergeant Slaughter's like doing the air drums. Who knows what he's doing?
Hey, did you know our father is best friends with Ric Flair?
Oh, really? Yeah, I think he had lunch with him once.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It says hashtag Roddy Piper is one of the hashtags there. So yeah,
there it is.
I guess that is Roddy Piper. I know what I'm doing. As soon as we're done here, I'm gonna go watch this pay-per-view on the network for $9.99 a month.
There it is.
They don't pay me for that. But speaking of plugs, feeling hungry?
Yes.
I kind of like how I did that. It was a little creepy. It was
pretty
a little
sultry.
Creepy,
I think it was a little sultry.
but it was kind of like the commercial.
Yeah,
we might be on to something. Feeling hungry? Download the Cheesleys app and use promo code NISTOBROS at checkout for $5 off. Orders 25 or more. That was pretty good. We might have
that was pretty good.
Here. We might have a commercial. I might have, I don't know, a little commercial. They make commercials for nacho fries. Why can't we make a freaking commercial for Cheesley's, huh?
Steve from Stranger Things was in the nacho fries commercial.
I seen that. Yep. I said, hey, I know that guy. I don't know him personally, but I watch it.
Yeah.
The show, and the commercial. Also, Nisto Bros merch. Promo code Nisto Ships for free shipping.
We got tons of promo codes. We have tons.
So many. And more to come.
More to come. Should I say my silly? I'm going to say my silly Star Wars joke now. If you
know it's a Star Wars joke, so yeah, go for it.
I said this before we even got on. I said I don't even know why, but I said I'm gonna look up a Star Wars joke. So here it goes. Okay. Mike, do you know where Luke Skywalker?
Oh, wow.
You know where Luke Skywalker got his bionic hand?
No.
A second-hand store.
That is stupid. Oh, that is so dumb. That's gonna go great with my joke because my joke is also pretty dumb.
Okay.
Going with this, it's a little bit of a story actually.
Okay.
So I used to play the bass, right?
I do know that.
Bing. That's actually a shoot. That's real. I did play the bass. So so I started picking it up again. So for my New Year's resolution, I started a new band, and we're called Blanket.
Oh, okay.
We're a cover band.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
That's good. That is good.
That's good. That's good. That is also very dumb, though. Very dumb, very for silly. Sure.
And when I saw that on, of course, Dad Says Jokes on Instagram, I was like, that's the one.
Holy cow.
Hair in my mouth. Long hair don't care, but I do care when it gets in my mouth.
Yeah. Long hair.
Cover bands.
Sure. Cover band.
You know what? Speaking of hair, this has nothing to do with a plug. There's no plug whatsoever. But when we got the responses to what your guys' favorite episode was from the year, we had one person say that the first episode, of course, and like when we reposted, I looked, I was like, holy smokes! Like our hair was so short then, and like here we are, not even a year later. Not even a full year. April.
It'll look so much longer. Neither of us have cut, the back at the very least. I have not cut the back. The top has gotten a little trim here and there.
I might have gotten a trim, but it's been a very long time. I've only gotten the trim one time. I want to trim it again to keep it growing gooder, keep it maintained. But anyway. Enough about the hair. Enough about the cover bands and secondhand shops. Thanks for coming by for episode 40. Let us know what you thought of our movies. And, of course, remember all of our plugs that we said. And go do that. Check them out. Because we say it for a reason. You dig?
Yeah, for sure. Don't forget also to leave a like if you're watching on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. Share this the podcast out to everyone.
Literally
everyone. New year, we're looking for big things for the Nisto Bros in 2021.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at this tag again.
There it is. Just leave it out. Oh, that's a good look. That's a good look to wrap up the show. Anything else from you?
I don't think so. we next week is another week. We don't know what we're having planned.
We'll talk about it in about 10 minutes, though.
Yeah. Austin and I will talk about it off camera, and we'll let you guys know, because like he said before, he just got home. I'm so glad I didn't leave this out the whole time, because I'm sure you've seen it. It's shaking because I move a lot because I'm Italian, you know?
Yeah. And it looks dumb.
And the moon hits your eyes like a big pizza pie. That's amore. That's
all right.
Anyway, that's amore.
Tune in next week for who knows what. But for now, peace, love, sip,
eat,
listen.
I think that was really good timing.
Pretty good. Goodbye, guys.